again, that I want to receive payment on. I'm going to choose the invoice that I want to receive payment on here, and I'm going to choose my payment method. And that is all I need to put into this screen. So from here, what we're going to do is we're going to save and close, and this is where Pro Payments is going to pop up and take over that payment method. So as you can see, this customer inside my QuickBooks does have a stored profile, and you can see the last 4 digits of the card. I'm going to clear this out so I can show you how to create that. In here, you're able to swipe or key in your card at this point in time. Once we get all of the information up top here, we have a few fields below. You can see that there's address verification fields. They are optional, but if you want to try to qualify for those rates, you're able to fill that in. If you want to store that card information like we saw before, you just check off this little box right here. And we also support level 2 and level 3 processing, and you can enable that by checking off this box right here. From here, we're going to choose to save, and this is where it pops up to ask us if it's a card present transaction. Simply because it's keyed, I can click yes or no. And this is our last screen here to where we can add an additional payment. Let's say we wanted to do $35 and $35 on another card. I can edit this if I look at it and say, oh, I miskeyed something, let me edit that. Or maybe somebody's on the phone and they go, I'd rather do this on my Visa or my other MasterCard. Then I can delete this and add a new payment method. If everything is correct, though, you just go down and click process. And once you get your 3 green check marks up top here, which mean that you processed $70, you have an authorization code, and that it was successful, you are prompted to email a receipt. The emails inside of this email to field are going to be auto-generated from your QuickBooks company file. So anything you have on file for that customer is going to auto-populate here. You can edit this field if you want to add additional emails in here. You can do that as well. If you don't want to send an email, we're just going to go ahead and cancel out of this screen. And you can print a hard copy of a receipt, or you can close out and go back into your QuickBooks. Also inside of here is supported that sales receipt. So from here, we're going to go ahead and click on the sales receipt. Again, I'm going to choose my customer, so I'm just going to choose another customer here. I'm going to choose the items that I want to sell. And I'm going to choose my payment method all within one screen. From here, I'm simply going to click Save and Close. And again, this is where Pro Payments is going to pop up and take over that payment method. This time, I'm not going to clear that save card on file, and I'm just going to click Save and process. And once I get my 3 green check marks, I'm processed again. I can email a receipt, I can print a receipt, or I can go back into my QuickBooks. So finally, what I want to show you is inside of the sign field, I'm going to go ahead and pull up my customer here again. And I'm going to pull up that invoice we paid off for $70. And as you can see, that paid stamp is reflected on this invoice. So essentially what's happening is Pro Payments is speaking directly with the invoices and vice versa. So if that payment was declined, this paid stamp would not be reflected here. If it was a partial payment, let's say they wanted to do $35 against this invoice and they're going to do another $35 whenever, that whatever your terms are, you can see under payments applied, you would see the $35 and then the balance due would be $35. And this concludes our Pro Payments and QuickBooks financial integration